Klarna pricing its IPO overnight at $40, opened higher by about 30%. Now down closer to 15%, cutting those gains in half. This comes as you mentioned, after the buy now, pay later company raised about $1.4 billion in its IPO, fifth largest deal in the US for first-time share sale so far this year. Not quite the pops that we saw for Circle, which opened up 123%, or Bullish, which opened up 143%, Figma, which closed up 250%. So not the mania that we saw during the summer, but still a really strong open. The big question is, can it maintain that momentum? As I mentioned, it's closer to up 16%, so giving back about half of those gains.
Sequoia Capital expected to reap the benefits from this IPO big time. I mean, how much have they invested in the company, and how much is their stake worth?
Yeah, so according to our reporting, so they basically reaped $2.7 billion gain on the IPO. They've been a long-time investor. They've been one of the big backers for this company. It really is an interesting kind of process and product that we've seen, just because Klarna is 20 years old. So it's an older company. This is a company that people expected to go public earlier this year. This is a company that at one point in the private markets, I know it's a little weird, but was valued north of $45 billion. So not quite the paper return that many were expecting, but Sequoia, one of the big beneficiaries from this IPO. The big question with all deals is, what does the exit path look like? So 6 months from now, we'll get that first lockup expiration. Will we see older, longer term holders, the Sequoia Capitals of the world, some of those partners look to sell? Will the CEO sell? That's really kind of going to be the long-term question. But when we're looking at the immediate trade right now, it's a big win on paper for a number of these investors, but the follow through is really what matters.
So what does the outlook for the IPO market look for 2026? 2026
is going to be an interesting year. We are finally getting the deals that people were talking about in April. So next week we'll have StubHub finally go public. Netscope is in the cybersecurity space. They're pricing early next week as well. We have a busy kind of slate with one deal tonight, 4 deals tomorrow, building momentum. When I talk to bankers, the big question though is, how can you bake in retail investor demand? We see these crazy share moves. Gemini, the Winklevi crypto company, has opened up their allocation to retail up to 30%. So you're seeing newer investors, you're seeing a lot of volatility. If we see the market continue to trade higher, broadly speaking, that bodes well for this window. But just to your point, 2026 is going to be a big one, because that's when we should see private equity get more active.
And in the last 30 seconds or so we have left, how is Klarna expanding beyond where they are now, beyond, buy now, pay later? What are they doing?
Yeah, their pitch is really becoming more of a neobank. It's interesting when you meet with management, everyone wants to comp it to Affirm, the other main buy now, pay later company that caters to US consumers, but they want to see themselves more as a SoFi or a new bank. So trying to expand their offerings, expanding their portfolio, wanting to compete more with credit card companies. It's an interesting strategy, but again, when I talk to buy-siders, they're kind of saying that's all fine and dandy, but we're really comparing them to Affirm, because the bread and butter is buy now, pay later, and what that vision looks like here in the US.